My name is Nicky, I'm 33 years old and I'm from Malta. The spark to create a project like this started off possibly just over 10 years ago when there was the tsunami in Thailand. I really got the urge to get up and leave and go and help. So I started looking into where I could be of most help. And the first continent that came to mind was Africa. Don George is the founder of the organization Jesús fil-Próximo. When you go to Africa, you realize who Don George is and how important he is. To the people we meet, Don George is literally a saint. We were amazed when we were there how important Don George is to the people of these places. The number of projects he has ongoing in Brazil, Ethiopia and Kenya is in the hundreds. The first time we went to Kenya, we didn't know what to expect. The first thing which strikes you when you actually get to this village, which is literally in the middle of nowhere, is the happiness that these people have whilst at the same time having nothing. And that is the first thing which remains throughout your mind even after the trip. One particular project which I'm fond of and which I remember was that we financed the building of a water pump in a particular village in Ethiopia, which was a village where people which were hit by leprosy used to live. As much as a water pump doesn't seem much to us, but to them, because they used to have to travel, obviously on foot, for kilometers simply to get a bit of water for them to be able to drink. The fact that they had now a water pump in their village, so just meters away from what they call homes, was like giving them gold. The feeling of donating to people who have nothing, simply giving them a t-shirt or giving them clothes because they literally do not have anything, is the most amazing feeling in the world. When you give a boy of 3 years old who is been wearing torn clothes for all his life, and you simply give him a new t-shirt and he comes to hug you or he comes to kiss your feet just because you give him a t-shirt, is something which is really out of this world. But at the same time, you feel extreme sadness because you feel guilty because nothing really makes sense anymore. I don't think we can start to imagine what the difference is between our lives here and the lives that the people in Ethiopia or in Kenya live. We complain about being stuck in traffic, we complain about our food not being warm enough, we complain about going shopping and our favorite clothes not being in the shop. Little do we realize that whilst we complain about how cold our food is, other people don't have food. Whilst we complain about the fact that we don't have our favorite clothes, other people don't even have clothes. It's incomparable, I would say. So even if you see something on TV, it's not the same thing. I don't think we can compare our lives here with our lives there because they are completely separate lives. It's almost as if we're living on different planets. My wife and I were recently blessed with a baby girl who's going to be 4 months old. When you have a child, you start thinking more about the future than you thought about before. How lucky am I and how lucky is my daughter that we were born in Malta and not in places like Kenya and Ethiopia. We decided to see how we could help. So again, the first thing I did was I spoke to Don George and I told him, listen, this year I can't come up, how can I help? He told me if you could finance one of these projects, which is the building of a kindergarten in Ethiopia, that would be great. We pledged to raise 27,000 euro. The money will be used to finance the building of a kindergarten in Ethiopia, in a particular town which is called Dufa. And the kindergarten will school around 150 to 200 children who today have absolutely no access to education. Because they go to school, these children will be provided a meal a day, again financed through the same organization. I think it's important to draw a comparison between the money we spend here and on what we spend that money. We go out with our friends, we spend 10, 15, 20 euro on drinks. That same 15 or 20 euro literally means the difference between life or death for a child in Ethiopia or Kenya. Whenever we donate money, there's always an ultimate concern as to whether the money will actually arrive at the people who need it and the people who we want to get to. The fact that there is Don George, the fact that there's an organization which is constantly on the ground ensuring that the projects actually become reality, and the fact that also that I have been there, I have seen the work he has done, and I will also be going in January to open the school, sets my mind at rest and also sets people who donate their mind at rest as well to ensure that the money actually gets to this particular project. My wife and I are going up to Ethiopia in January to officially open the school, to open the kindergarten. We're extremely excited to go. We know that this is going to make a huge difference to the children who will be attending the school. Most importantly also due to the fact that they will be receiving the 1 meal a day. So please donate to our cause. No matter how small your donation is, it's going to go a long way to help these children. Thank you.